Hello everyone, welcome to the future of programming. In this short video, I am going to share my experience of working with this amazing pair programmer and IDE, which can be a game changer if you really want to increase your capability to 10x. Maybe that could be an overstatement. Forget about X. It changes the way you code, the way you interact with data or program. How do you learn? By using code as a tool. There have been tons of coding videos where you learn Python, where you learn SQL. Don't learn Python, don't learn SQL. Learn to solve problems. Solve problems, ask questions, live with reality, solve real problems, solve retail problems, inventory problems, insurance problems, claims problems, solve problems, solve scalability problems, solve variety problem, complexity problem, volume problem, solve problems. Don't worry about code. Code is being taken care of. How? Welcome to AI Player Programmer Cursor. I found it and I am spellbounded. Why? Let me give my reasons. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and click download and go for its installation. It is around 500 MB file. I'm sure it must be having a ton of vector embeddings of which is trained on all the code ever written, which is there on GitHub. So it's there. I actually already had it, but I'll double click it to install it again. Okay, something is happening. So a VS Code like editor opens and a bunch of things happening, saying 80% done, something. No worries. And if you have never seen VS Code editor, it's a very simple editor. I am not a programmer. I'm not programmed deeply. I've used Python for analysis, maybe some scripting. I'm that what do you say, that bathroom programmer who will be using programming to do something like hacky, right? I'll scrape a website, I'll try to collect some data, maybe collect some JSON, process something, and maybe try to automate something. So Python is that kind of language. You can start playing with it very quickly, right? You don't need to be scared about the complexities of Java with public, private, I don't know whatnot. But more than that, I have been an analyst throughout my career. I have used SQL to do a lot of data analysis and a lot of data wrangling, and I find it to be closest to thinking the best way with logic, right? But one step more I would go, and that is with Excel. But if you are already you have developed logical thinking, basic fundamental logical thinking, SQL is something which is the best one to get started with, and Python. So if you know these two, I think you can up your game, and you can make your work life better. You can actually automate a lot of things, or you can use you can be a better data driven problem solver, right? You can get into your data, whatever domain you are serving. You are in fintech, you are in ed tech, you are in health tech, whatever tech you are in, there is some tech, there is some data. So every organization is going to have data teams, and these data teams will be having data analysts, data engineers, data scientists, cloud engineers, security engineers, quality engineers, and many more. So we would like to see measurable outcome of being able to code, right? And being able to get to results faster. So if I am getting a request, I'm a data analyst who knows SQL. I'll assume a basic exposure to SQL. Take any tutorial out there. Best is go to Ankit Bansal's YouTube, his content. It's free of cost, and he has explained every problem on earth, and an amazing job done. So go and watch that and come back here and start solving problems straight away. And how do we go with it? Let's straight away go here, I have SQL Server installed. How do you get this magic? Because I'm an analyst, I'll be opening the old school, this one. Yeah, if you remember this one, SQL Server Management Studio, right? Okay, I'll do that, but you know the problem is I have to do this coding. How do you code and get to answer, start asking more, start solving more, right? And at the same time, how do I learn? I want to crack that game. This has to be an assisted pair. There need to be a buddy who can help you sail through this, and AI is going to be that buddy. Let's see how it can be. So I installed SQL Server. If you want to get it installed, you can click here, and here you can just type SQL Server. You'll get to Marketplace, and the first one, SQL Server MS SQL, just click go ahead and install. Once you do it, you come here, drop down, you will see SQL Server here. It's showing some connection. I'll actually remove this, and I want to show you the magic actually. Let's see the magic. You say add connection, right? And it asking for a host name. Now for security purpose, I will not show that, but you just mention here, it's just asking the host name, right? So I pasted the server name, which I'll be getting from anywhere. I mean, those are the basic details you need to connect. Next, you see what is asking database to connect. Now I'm copying the database name. Right, so this is a way of connecting to the database. You see the difference. It is again, it's a conversation happening. You come here, and what do you see here? You have to click on this one, and then you have to give the server name, bunch of this, login, this, that. Okay, so let me actually show you, because there's no harm in showing that. So I'll be connecting to my database. Click here. This is my server. I'm already connected to that. So I'll be connected to my database. This is my database. It is asking for my authentication type. Compared to this one, when you click here, again, I have seen so many times people missing this. So many times, right? People don't even understand what is this all about. Where do you connect? How do you connect? Many, right? So that's fine. That's fine. I'll go here and I'll say SQL login username. Okay, I know my username and password. I will pause. Thankfully it is not putting in plain text, so I'll hit enter, and it will say save password. I say okay, yes, save it, it's okay. Enter a display name. Let me give my database name. I'll go display name, enter, and testing connection. No more clunky UI and figuring out that what's happening, bunch of clicks, talk straight away. This is created, right? And I am now feeling like the SQL developer I used to be here. I was struggled first of all getting to this point, right, where you connect and you had the bunch of tables opening up. This is new school. That is old school, right? And you have all my tables listed here nicely, and all I need to do is that I say a file, and I say new text file, Control K to generate code, start typing to dismiss. I type Control K, and I simply say create a new, or maybe not like that. I would do the old school way a little bit. Let me show you that first. So I do a right click, I can say a new query, simple, right? So once I do this, I am connected, and just like that new query, I am connected here, and I can start writing. But instead of writing select, forget about this, right? Simply when you click anywhere, it will say Control K to generate code. And what do I say? List records from customers table. That's it. Generate something, and I click to accept, click Shift Y to accept, click N, Control Shift Y to accept, Control N to say no, I don't want it, it's wrong, or I don't like it, whatever. So you see that it is given, so Control Enter. I accept it. It is generating bunch of other things also. Okay, but let's just go ahead and execute it. I mean the old school execution, or I think it is Control Enter. Not sure. I think it is. I'll check. Control Shift E. Okay, that's fine. But here I'll bring this down a bit. That's your, somewhere it is. I didn't want to bring it like that. The result, I want to somewhere put it down. I don't know what's, it should. And anyways, I'm getting the result, so we'll try to solve that problem. We'll see how do we do it. Anyways, so select star from customers. So I'm able to print that, and we'll close it. And then I say okay. Then I can say it's giving me more options. So I know my customers table. Let me go and see customers table. It may not know the data much, right? So it gives some suggestions. You can say, okay, list few orders from the orders table. Go ahead. Limit. See, now there's one piece of information which is missing. I'm connected to a SQL Server database, right? So it needs to think like it needs to have the syntax of SQL Server. So what do I need to do that? I need to first tell, hey, remember you are connected to SQL Server database. Use syntax aligned to this. Say submit. And top 5 star from orders. Go ahead and execute. All good. Getting the next one. There's somewhere this screen. Let me just close and see what. First of all, I'll accept it. Control Shift Y, and I'll say okay. Yeah, so it's printed. So I wanted the old school down. It shows down now. So something it is. Maybe this will help. It is vertically stacking. I don't know, there's some stacking problem. I have not used this much VS Code, so I'm not conversant with the alignment, but it is doing the job, right? And then next, what else I could do? Let's start asking more questions. See, one thing you will find is this customer ID 1 doesn't exist, so it is not able to actually read the data, but it is just giving you guidance, and all you need is that to kind of accelerate your learning. So top 5 star, and then you can wait few seconds, read at the code, and you can you get some hang of it, right? So somebody is saying that, okay, here it is, how it is done, here it is done, and you keep moving forward. So let's say, and now control K, and I will say, I would like to find out customer wise. I would like to find out customer wise total orders. Total orders. Note that customer table is note that each order is placed by a customer existing in the customer's table. Let's see. Accept, reject. Customer underscore name, it learned. First time when I tried, it was printing first name, last name. This time, bang on, because when you go here, customer name, now it is correctly print. I did it, that's why I'm telling you. I tried it, it was printing first name, last name, I don't know what. So it has learned. So vector embedding is improving as I'm writing. That's the way this technology is working. It's learning. It's optimizing every time. So, and you see, it is doing the good job. This, I always debate that should there be a left join or not. It has done a good job actually. So again, my job is to interpret. I am the one who am giving orders, but I am the one who am accountable. So I have an accountability that it should be right. So how do I get that accountability done? Correct. So the point is that now I can execute it and I could take accountability. So I should know that this logic is giving me correct. So what do you see? customer ID DO13435, right? This is having total orders. Okay, so let me give it, how can I test the result for customer ID DO13435, right? Piecewise simple SQL statements to perform the test. See, now it will write simple code to perform the testing. Okay, so let's start from customer. So customer ID equal to this one, okay, whichever is the customer from total orders. This is what I want to, I can execute, and I can see it is giving 30. Counts are simple. This can this be wrong, right? So it cannot be, because the customer order is connected to the customer, so it has a many to one. So customer to order is a one to many, right? So one customer can place many different orders. So orders will be rolling up to customer level, right? So that's what it is doing, and you can you have validated the code. Good, done. In 10-15 minutes, I am able to start talking to my data. I'm literally talking to my data. So I can say, okay, except there's a generated some bunch of code, maybe it over hallucinated, and it has actually given you a lot more. Hey, do this also, get this also, and then verify the result from all this one, compare this customer with average. Bunch of things it has started giving. I mean, it can give you and can start becoming overwhelming at times, but just keep things simple. You can always delete code, and you can give instructions to be little obedient. So I can also say Control K, and I can say not here, Control. Hey, consider me as a beginning programmer. Okay, beginning programmer. Go step by step. Don't dump code on me. चलो भाई देखते हैं क्या करेगा. This and many more you can continue to do and keep on creating magic. But at the same time, if you're saying that, hey, you see there's so many errors here and there, bunch of errors coming in, it will keep throwing. That's what it is. We need to start debugging. So our brain power is going to be applied on validating, right? And validating is a very important task. Who's going to take accountability? If everybody generates, who's going to take accountability? The senior engineers will be freed up of a lot of their valuable time. They can again do a lot better work, right? And you as junior engineers are not the ones who are coding anymore. You are the ones who are validating now, right? And shipping the building fast, shipping faster, and with less and less errors. So how do you take accountability? Of course you need to learn, right? So validate this one. Is it doing a good job? So it is saying, okay, I'll pick up customer ID, customer name. Okay, so if I'm picking these two up, the rule of group by says that you need to have all the sort of a group by columns, and this comes straight away from the idea of pivot. So pivot, like whatever you add, so that is the one it uses pivoting for. So it is grouping, and once you are grouping, grouping what? So you are actually using from. So first you are picking up the table and then joining with the orders table, and you have the joining key. So here in this case you are this one here the model is Sonnet, Claude Sonnet I think, and it is able to read through, and it is able to establish all the relationships. I think it is able to read through all the metadata, and it knows about all the relations, constraints and everything. So it may commit mistake, but I think it's trained on all that already. So it already knows a lot of information which even you may not know. So better trust it and get started. And then of course you need to be in touch with your team. You need to collaborate more with your team that what is being generated is correct, right? You need to have more business validation than just technical validations, which is so valuable for a business to stay sharp in what they are doing. So again, do this and then say group by. So group by, you want both of them, right? And both of them are given. And then order by what? Order by total orders. What is total orders? Count of this one. This appears correct to me. So I'll go ahead and execute this, right? So again, earlier, if I have to kind of get to solve this, I'll take a lot of time. I mean, first I have to go and to take a tutorial of left join, right join. I mean, why? Come here, get somebody, start do the job for you, but start taking the ownership. You can do more. So I can say, okay, let's read the transactions table. So there is some transactions table I've created. So it says, okay, select star, and it is giving some specific conditions, blah blah blah, bunch of things it is giving. So but that's fine, I'll just go ahead and first execute it. You see this one, it is having product, sales, discount, profit. So okay, so I'll say accept, let me accept it, and this bunch of thing it is again, you see this started throwing all the crap there. So I've told it, I think it is not doing it, it was previous code. But you seeing the magic here, what's happening? It is an amazing way, and I'm really spellbounded. I know it will commit mistakes, especially when I go for tougher problems, bigger problems, where people like Ankit Bansal would again come in, and the way you are teaching is really appreciated, and continue doing so. My only thing is that how can we use this technology to kind of democratize it more. More people should come in, they should be programming. It's that easy to get started in SQL. It's amazing. I loved it, and I'm sure you would love this new AI pair programmer, where you can get from getting, you can get uptime. So basically you are, how much time you take to up and running, to be up and running with SQL Python. 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, come on, whatever is the time, use it to kind of build applications. How do you build it? Talk to this thing. This has to be befriended, not alienated, right? So this is something which we will be working on it together, we'll be building it, and we'll be solving problems with this amazing way of solving problems. We'll focus more on solving good problems. Thanks for joining and enjoying this short presentation, and I hope you would be interested in knowing how you can get started with Cursor, and I'm more than happy to help you. I'm going to plan a workshop more and more on doing this, so that we can go ahead and enjoy and become the 10x data analyst we have been wishing for all the time. Thank you, take care, bye for now.